What if the most powerful force in the universe wasn't strength, wealth, or intelligence, but belief? What if everything you experience, your health, your happiness, your resilience, is shaped by what you choose to trust, even when you cannot see? Picture two people facing the same tragedy. One collapses under the weight of despair, the other somehow rises. Steady, grounded, hopeful. The difference between them isn't circumstance, it's faith. Neuroscientists now know that faith, whether in God, purpose, or something greater than yourself, isn't just spiritual poetry. It's biological transformation. When you believe, your brain rewires itself for hope, courage, and meaning. Faith can literally alter your neural circuitry, strengthening regions responsible for emotional regulation, healing, and compassion. The ancients knew this truth long before brain scans could prove it. Jesus said, "Your faith has made you well." The Stoics taught that perception creates power. And modern psychology calls it the placebo effect. But perhaps it's not an illusion at all. Perhaps it's evidence that belief itself holds creative energy. So let's go deeper. What if the power of faith has been misunderstood all along? And what if learning to believe differently could change not only your mind, but your entire life? Let's begin. The faith circuit, how belief shapes the brain. Neuroscience reveals that faith is not an abstract concept, it's a neurological event. Brain scans show that when people pray, meditate, or affirm trust in something higher, activity increases in the prefrontal cortex, responsible for focus and decision-making, and the anterior cingulate cortex, which governs empathy and emotional balance. Meanwhile, the amygdala, the brain's fear center, quiets down. In other words, faith literally calms chaos. Dr. Andrew Newberg, a pioneer in neurotheology, found that long-term spiritual practice thickens the prefrontal cortex, creating more resilient and compassionate minds. The more you train your brain in belief, whether through prayer, meditation, or gratitude, the more it learns to regulate anxiety, fear, and pain. Ancient wisdom agrees. The Bible calls faith the substance of things hoped for. The Stoics said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Both point to the same truth. The mind shapes what the body feels. When you trust in something beyond immediate evidence, your brain interprets that trust as safety, triggering biochemical cascades of peace. Faith becomes your body's way of saying, "I am safe, I am guided, I am not alone." Drop a comment. Do you think belief can rewire reality itself? The placebo and the power of expectation. Modern science calls it placebo. But what if that's just another word for faith? In countless studies, patients given sugar pills with nothing but belief in healing experienced real physiological improvements, reduced pain, lower blood pressure, faster recovery. Their brains released endorphins and dopamine simply because they expected to get better. Expectation is everything. It's the brain's way of turning belief into biology. Ancient mystics would call this faith made flesh. Jesus didn't say, "It was your medicine." He said, "It was your faith." The Buddha taught that the mind is everything. What you think, you become. And neuroscience confirms this. The more you expect a positive outcome, the more your brain aligns your perception and energy toward that reality. Faith and placebo are not opposites. They are mirrors. One cloaked in lab coats, the other in prayer robes, both revealing the same truth. The mind heals through meaning. But here's the deeper insight. Placebo only works when you surrender control. You don't will it into existence, you trust it. That's the essence of faith, not forcing but flowing. Comment below, have you ever experienced healing or change through pure belief? The science of surrender. To believe is to release. Faith isn't about controlling the outcome, it's about aligning with something larger than the outcome itself. Neuroscience shows that when you surrender, truly let go, The default mode network, responsible for rumination and ego chatter, goes quiet. It's the same network that overthinks, doubts, and fears. In moments of faith, it dissolves. The self softens and peace emerges. This is why monks, mystics, and stoics all practice surrender. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny." Jesus prayed, "Not my will, but yours be done." They understood that control is illusion and faith is liberation. When you release your grip, you free your mind from the prison of perfection and fear. You step into a neurological state of openness, where the brain becomes receptive, creative, and attuned to meaning. Faith rewires the nervous system toward trust over tension. And paradoxically, it's in that surrender that you find your greatest strength. If you've ever felt peace after letting go, hit the like button. It helps the message reach more souls. The biology of hope. Hope is not naivete, it's neurochemistry. When you hold hope, your brain floods with dopamine, a molecule that motivates movement toward reward. It's what allows you to wake up after failure and still try again. Faith gives hope a home. It tells your biology, keep going. A 2018 Harvard study found that hopeful individuals had lower stress hormones and reduced risk of chronic illness. Their immune systems functioned better. Their bodies believed what their minds trusted. Spiritually, hope is faith in motion. It's the bridge between where you are and where you're meant to be. The Stoics called it amor fati, love of fate. Christians call it trust in God's timing. Psychologists call it positive expectancy. But beneath every term lies the same universal truth. What you believe becomes the blueprint of your biology. Faith doesn't remove suffering, it transforms it into growth. Comment: what gives you hope when everything feels uncertain? Faith beyond religion, the universal force of meaning. Faith is not bound to any one religion. It is the universal language of the human soul, the inner compass that points us toward purpose. Neuroscience shows that people who live with a sense of faith, whether in God, the universe, or humanity, have lower levels of depression and higher resilience during crisis. It's meaning that heals the mind. Viktor Frankl, the Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, said, "Those who have a why can bear almost any how." His research revealed that purpose, a form of faith, is the ultimate psychological survival tool. When you believe your life has meaning, your prefrontal cortex organizes your thoughts, emotions, and actions in harmony with that belief. The brain literally orients toward growth, gratitude, and grace. Faith, then, is not blindness, it's the highest form of vision. If you agree that faith transcends religion, share this video with someone who needs hope today. The dark night of doubt, when faith feels lost. Every believer, in spiritual or scientific, faces the night of doubt. Moments when the world feels silent, prayers feel unanswered, and logic offers no comfort. Neuroscience shows that doubt activates the same regions as physical pain. Your brain interprets uncertainty as a threat, but it's precisely here that faith becomes real. Ancient mystics called this the dark night of the soul. It's not punishment, it's purification. Doubt refines faith, stripping it of illusion and fear until only truth remains. When you stay open in that darkness, your neural pathways rewire around trust rather than trauma. You develop spiritual resilience, the ability to believe even without proof. Faith that survives the dark is faith that cannot be broken. Comment: have you ever found deeper faith after losing it? The rewiring power of belief. Every prayer, every moment of trust, every act of surrender is a signal to your brain. Rewire for peace. Faith teaches your nervous system a new rhythm. Less fight or flight, more flow and faith. And when you align with this rhythm, you stop reacting to life and start co-creating it. Belief is not about escaping reality, it's about transforming how you meet it. Your brain, your body, your soul, all are waiting for your direction. What you believe about life becomes the life you live. So choose your faith wisely. Because in the end, it's not what you see that makes you believe. It's what you believe that lets you truly see. A call to the believer within. If this message found you today, it's not by accident. Perhaps something within you already knew that belief is not weakness, it's creation. Your faith, however fragile, is rewiring your brain, reshaping your reality, and renewing your soul. So keep believing, keep trusting. Because your faith, even the size of a mustard seed, has the power to move the mountains within you. If this message spoke to your heart, like this video, subscribe to LuminousSoul, and share it with someone who needs to remember that faith is still powerful and that miracles begin in the mind.